This particular example is very dear to my heart because here I have designed a state machine to serve a purpose of my own. Now, as some of you may be knowing, I am very fond of writing books, mathematics books in Bengali, and Finite Automata actually helped me to do that. So in a sense, this is one finite automaton that's really changed at least my life. Now when I type my books in Bengali, I actually type in English and they get transliterated to Bengali. So I will just show you one example. So this is the editor that I use. Suppose I now type this ahato shorirer obostha. So you see, I type the things in English letters and those things got translated to Bengali or transliterated to Bengali. Now how was this translation done, transliteration done? It was done using a state machine, or rather two state machines. Now let me illustrate this with the very same example, but where I show how the state machines work. So here I have the state machine. So I will again enter the same input, ahato shorirer obostha. Now notice carefully that in the word ahato, each of the letters denote one Bengali letter. But in case of shorirer, SH, they together mean one single entity, then AR, etc. Now in case of the third word, you see that I have got TH, which is just like SH, that means one single thing. But not only that, this S and TH are going to be combined. So the first automaton that you see here is going to split up all these letters into groups that correspond to single Bengali letters, and then the next one will further process it. So let me just show it and you will be able to understand it. I assume, of course, you know Bengali. So I will first use this automaton and its output will be stored in this intermediate box. So I hit this. So initially it read A and it noticed that it is not S or T or those things which can have an H after that, and it remained in state 0 and it just dumped the letter A. So I will continue to do that. Then it will dump the letter H, then it will dump the letter A, T. Now it came here because it is not dumping the letter T, it is thinking maybe there is an H after that. In this case, there is no H, so both the T and the A are dumped. So all that I have achieved is I have taken this word and just split it up into its constituent letters. Trivial. Then I have the space character. Now comes something interesting. So now I will first read S. So I move here. So this particular state takes care of combination with H. Now that I have an H, this S and H together will be considered one single letter. Then A, again it's a single letter, then R is a single letter, capital I is a single letter, and all these things are single letters. No problem. And I have space. Then again the next one, A, B, A, S, it is wondering if there is an H after that, but there isn't any H. So S is a single letter and TH together is considered a single letter. So the first automaton, this very simple thing, essentially groups all the English letters in terms of the Bengali letters that they represent. Now this is fed as the input to this more complicated automaton, and let's see what it does. So it will read all the things from the intermediate box and produce the output in Bengali here. So initially it reads A and immediately it represents it by R. Then it comes to H. Now you observe that this A here is not supposed to be really printed in Bengali, and that is something that this automaton takes care of. So it just prints ho, then comes the to, and you get ahoto. Now let me explain it very quickly. So this takes care of all the things that can be dumped immediately, and this takes care of when two consonants or two Vyanjan Varnas can be combined into a ligature, a Yuktakkar. So let's proceed. Now I have a space, no problem. Now SH is considered a single input, and it has gone into this box. It is wondering whether there is something to be combined with it. Nothing. So sha, ra, and then this I is now interpreted as a vowel sign, unlike this capital A, which was interpreted as a letter on its own. So whether a vowel is interpreted as a Swarvarna or a kar, that depends on in which state it is encountered in. So let's proceed. Ra, then A, then Ra again, space, O. Now this O, unlike the earlier A's, is producing the Swarvarna A. Pa, the next A, which is encountered in state 1, will be ignored, that is not printed. Ba. Now I have come here, Sha. Now the next consonant will combine with it, and you will get avastha. So from this, I generate this using these two automata. Now when I write my book, the automata are actually a little bit more complicated. This one has 3 states and this one has 5 states, not just 2, because I have to take care of certain other subtleties, especially embedding mathematics in it. But it is not very complicated, just 5 states. And that enables me to transliterate from this to this. So this is something that I really use when I write my books.